What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Tyler with Hook Sets Are Free. Hope you're having an awesome day. I am just setting this up on both Instagram and here on YouTube if you're watching the replay back on YouTube. I'm going to give it a minute for a couple people to join in. I'm actually going to grab a beer real quick. I will be right back. Whoever just hopped in on YouTube, stay where you are. What's up? What's going on, guys? We got 4 people on Instagram, 3 on YouTube. What's up? How's it going, y'all? Hope you're having an awesome night. Hope you can hear me okay. Hopefully it's not too loud. I know it's a bit grainy in terms of quality here on YouTube. I've talked about that the last few streams. It's going to be that way for a while here. Good day so far. What's up, Jay? Happy to hear it. Will Perriman, don't call me a hammer. I am not a hammer, but I appreciate that. How you doing, dude? Hope you're having an awesome night. I know that you're in North Carolina, and it is relatively late night there, so thank you for tuning in. Watching just fine, dude. You fish-o. Good to hear it. Cheers to everybody watching. Appreciate it. Take a quick swig, and then we'll get into unboxing. I swear I don't unbox videos. I don't unbox baits every single day. But if you know anything about what's been going on with me as of late, I did break my back in early October, have been fishing very little since then, and have not been posting very much on YouTube. I've been posting a fair amount on Instagram, doing a lot of lure photography, etc. But I've made a bunch of orders through 6 Cents, through Discount Tackle, Tackle Warehouse, and the Hookup Tackle, mostly through Black Friday, and through my brand ambassador deal with Discount Tackle. And I'm a little bit behind on actually unboxing these lures, and I prefer to do it on video. So, watching from Sydney, Australia, right on, you fish. What time is it there right now? Is it early morning? Hope you're having a great day so far. So let's start with 6 Cents Lures. This is a Black Friday box. They had 20% off deals, and they had a lot of stuff on clearance as well. Long Island Lunkers, what's up? Frisbee Nino, what's up? So, as I said, we're starting with 6 Cents. I doubled down, 2:20 p.m. Wow, I was way off. Middle of the day in Sydney, Australia. But a few days before Christmas, it's a Sunday where you are, and I doubt you have much going on. So, hope you're having a great day. Obviously, you're not fishing right now, I take it. But let me show you a couple lures that I got. Again, 6 Cents, super high quality brand. I will admit that I don't have a lot of their lures yet. This is one of the first orders that I've ever placed with them. But what's cool is they had a bunch of stuff on sale, a bunch of stuff on clearance, and the 20% off Black Friday deal applied to pretty much everything. Not quite soft plastics. So I didn't get any of those. I got all hard baits. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 baits here. Will Perriman's going to like a couple of these, I can tell you that. And let's go ahead and just start with those. These ones were not on sale, but I've been meaning to try these for a while now. And that is the 6 Cents Provoke 106 jerkbait. I hear that Long Island Lunkers, what's going on, man? GT Racer, thumbs up, yeah. Will Perriman, hit that thumbs up for me. There's only 2 people here on YouTube watching. I appreciate you guys watching. I also appreciate you giving it a thumbs up, though. So, here's the deal. 6 Cents Provoke 106 jerkbait is a high-value jerkbait. as is the case with all 6 Sense lures, it comes stock with very high quality hooks and awesome actions. These are not tank tested like Rapala or anything like that, but there's a lot that goes into the product development with 6 Sense lures. Tie lines, bro. Tim's always fishing. Appreciate it. Tie lines to you as well. We're first starting with some 6 Sense lures. I've got 2 of the Provoke 106. I know you've been a fan of 6 Sense for a while, Will Perriman, and I know you're always a little bit ahead of the game on most things. So here's what I knew you'd like. This is the Jaint Juice color. Kevin the Baitman Baxter had this color designed specifically by him, for him, if you will. It's a little bit lighter than what he would typically pick in a purple and chartreuse. But Jaint Juice is a cool name, and I have a feeling this color is going to get bit big time. So I got 1 in the Jaint Juice color and 1 in the Rayburn Ghost color. So kind of have my bases covered here for clear water and sunny conditions and everything else when it comes to the Jaint Juice. I think Jaint Juice is going to work pretty much all the time, and the Rayburn Ghost is going to work specifically in clear water. It's got just enough flash to it. Really excited to try it. So what's up, Gatlin 1707? Nate, what's going on, man? So while we're on the topic of the Rayburn Ghost color, got 1 in the Quake 80 suspending jerkbait, or suspending lipless crank. This is a unique lure. Long Island Lunkers, how much are they? The Provoke 106, I think, sells for $9.99, if I'm not mistaken. So for the Black Friday sale, they were $8. Let me see if I can pull up the order receipt real quick. Let you know what I did pay for them. Yeah, they're $10.99 actually. So I paid $8.80 after 20% off. The other ones, I tried to mostly take advantage of some sales going on, but again, the suspending lipless crankbait, the Quake 80 suspending, is not quite as heavy as the traditional Quake 80. It is super loud. This is 7/8 of an ounce, so it is pretty dang heavy. I thought maybe that's not quite correct. I thought the suspending one was not quite 7/8. The packaging here says that it is the sinking version, so maybe that's not quite right. I'm not sure. But anyway, this is the Rayburn Ghost color. This is supposed to be the suspending version. We shall see, especially once I throw it in the water. Again, pretty loud here. I also got 1 other color of that same Quake 80 suspending lipless crankbait. And I do think it's super unique. There's only 1 other suspending lipless crankbait on the market right now, and I think it's the one by Ima Lures. This other color that I got here is called Shad Scales, and it is wicked. Has a lot of shine on the top part of it. Will Perriman. Of course you've got it, man. You hit the sales prices? Good to hear. Suspending does not go deep. That is the point and why I got it specifically. I wanted to try this lipless crank for shallow water and see how it compares. Just fish it a little bit differently than I would a typical lipless crank. Not yo-yoing it off the bottom, not ripping it up off the bottom, and not doing a low and slow retrieve. Now, I did get 3 other lipless cranks by them. These are also the Quakes. I got one in the standard 70 size in the shad burst color. I'm a bit more of a fan of mid-size lipless cranks. So these Quake 70s are the half-ounce model, while the typical Quake 70 is actually 5/8, and the Quake Thud 70 is a half-ounce. Tell me if it works, says Gatlin 1707. I will let you know. So this is a quieter rattle on the Quake 70. But this color here, Shad Burst, is a bit more chrome all throughout, clear on top and on bottom. Really like the color. I gotta say, that is one of the strong suits of 6th Sense. Not only is there hardware, the stock hooks on here remarkably good. The split rings and the hooks do not need to be changed out, but the color patterns are top notch. Super, super nice. Did get two in the Quake Thud, both in craw patterns, one in the brown eye craw and one in the red proof. GT Racer says, oh yeah. Gatlin, okay, thanks. I will definitely let you know once I have a chance to try these out. I'll make a bit more of a review, maybe even try to get some underwater footage if I can. But as Will Perriman says over here on YouTube, the Quakes work, and I do not doubt that. I've only heard good things about the Quake lipless cranks, actually about pretty much everything that 6th Sense makes. So here's the brown eye craw. It's got a little bit more of a reddish top, a lighter orange middle, a true red bottom, and then the red proof color has a black back, a red side, and a white bottom. And now here's what that knocker sounds like. Not quite as loud as what you get in a one knocker from Booyah or from Strike King with the 2-tap. So I'm excited to have this just as a different profile, different sound, different look than what you get in the Red Eye Shad or the Booyah 1-knocker. Last lure that I got from the Black Friday sale from 6th Sense is the Movement 80 wake bait. Okay, this guy comes in at 5/8 of an ounce as well, and it is a true wake bait. It only dives 0 to 1 feet. Jaleo Kufi, what are you laughing about, dude? Gatlin, I know they do look good. Okay, here's the, ouch. Here's the Movement 80. Listen to that. That is a pretty loud rattle in there. Love that in a wake bait like this. This color here, I think it's called Shad Sense, and it looks like a do-everything type of color, quite frankly. Got more of a purpley blue top. Got that chartreuse stripe down the side, and then a translucent blue side and belly. Be able to use this in almost every condition. Obviously, it's more of a top water being a wake bait, but I feel like this is really the only color that I'll need in this bait, at least when trying it out. And it was crazy on sale. So let me tell you what I paid for these real quick. This Movement 80, it was on sale for $5 on clearance. With the 20% off, I paid $4 for this thing. I mean, come on. The Quake 70 Thuds, same deal. This one was $5, on sale for $4 after the 20% off. This one was on sale for $6, the Brown Eye Craw. After 20% off, I paid a little less than $5. And then, as I told you, the Quake 80 suspending were not on sale. These are still new and selling like wildfire. So they retail for $10.99, just like jerk baits. Actually, the Rayburn Ghost in the normal colors sell for $9.99, so I got them for $8. The Shad Burst, or the Shad Scales color rather, is a special color, so it's $1 more, $10.99, so I got it for $8.80. And that Quake 70 was $8.99 minus 20%, so a little over $7. So anyway, these 8 lures altogether after 20% off were $54, and I am pumped to try them all. I'm going to scoot these out of the way without trying to hook myself, and we will move on to the next. If you watched my video from last night on YouTube or while I was streaming live on Instagram, you'll know that for the life of me, I could not think of the name of this retailer. I was getting it confused with Carolina Fishing Tackle, and instead it's the Hookup Tackle. Will Perriman, you bought 2 of what on sale? The wake baits? So if you don't know anything, Shad Scales is an outstanding color. I agree. Looks fantastic. So if you don't know anything about the Hookup Tackle, they are a retailer out of Arizona, and they are kind of a superstore for mega bass lures. They also sell, send me your YouTube channel and I'll subscribe. Gatlin, appreciate that. You can actually find me, it's under the same name. Hook sets are free, just without any periods or underscores or anything. Just search hook sets, they're free on YouTube. You'll find me there. All right. Now, there were a couple different sales going on at the Hookup Tackle, and the Movement 80, right on, Will Perriman. Got 2 of them. I don't blame you. For that kind of deal, I mean, literally $4 for this thing, take it easy. I should have bought a whole bunch more and given some of them away. These things are rad. I'm actually just as excited to try it as I am the new Strike King 2.5 wake. So really excited about some of these top waters for next year. All right, let's move on. Talk about some of these packages from the Hookup Tackle. They had a Black Friday deal going on. If you guys saw from the thumbnail of my YouTube stream for this evening, you would see, or if you just hopped on their Facebook page, you'd see some of the deals that they had going on. The Hookup Tackle is known for carrying some really good colors, a bunch of JDM baits and colors, stuff that you can't find anywhere else. By the way, here's a decal from 6 cents. I think if you spend $50, you get. But I highly recommend that you check out the Hookup Tackle just for sheer quality and stuff that you'd only be able to find on eBay or on secondhand sites. So Carolina Fishing Tackle is on the East Coast, and the Hookup Tackle is out of Arizona. And so that's why I got the 2 confused, is it both of them carry a lot of JDM products, and that's where I've gone to buy Japanese types of lures, rare colors. And so if you wanted to get, say, the Evergreen jackhammer, not the Z-Man jackhammer, but the one made in Japan instead of China, I'd recommend that you go to one of those sites. You can get the rare colors. And Gatlin, appreciate it. To anybody else who's watching and hasn't subscribed already, please do so. Let's talk about what I got during Black Friday from the Hookup Tackle. I spent, I think, $50 on each of these orders and did not buy a lot. As you'll see, I've got 4 hard baits and 1 pack of soft baits. So these 5 added up to $50, but It was almost 50% off. So let's start with, gosh, this is super Japanese. Okay, first is one that you may not have heard of. This is the ISM Raver 115. Will Perriman says the Hookup Tackle has an auction of trade-in rods and reels. Yes, they do. They do some really cool stuff there, and they're very active on social media. I recommend that you follow them. Ben is the guy who runs that place, and he posts a ton of stuff on Facebook and on his Instagram story. And he packages a lot of baits and is one of the rare places that you can find JDM lures on sale, just because he does so much volume and will often offload products. So discounttackle.com, where I'm a brand ambassador, for example. Son of a fisherman, welcome. What is up? I know you've been hoping to make it in on time one of these times, and I really appreciate you watching after the fact every time. So keep up the comments, Will. And Son of a Fisherman, what is your name, dude? I'd really like to know your first name. Let's talk about the ISM Raver 115 jerkbait. This is something that is not talked a lot about because it is still relatively new. And it's super hot in Japan, but you can't find it many places here in the US. You'd have to pretty much buy it on eBay if you weren't getting it at the Hookup Tackle. Now, it's got a very unique tail on it that is super flat. It's got a very erratic swimming action. It will suspend nose down and goes very wide side to side. Has a cool walk the dog action. So I got this in two totally different colors. One in a very see-through color. Let me see if the American name is even on. Nope. Son of a bee. Let's see if I can. Your name is Ryan. Awesome. Good to meet you, Son of a Fisherman, aka Ryan. My name's Tyler. Obviously, you did know that. Let me pull up my orders from the Hookup Tackle. Let's see if I can see the names of these colors for you guys. Maybe not. And I could just hop on their website. The Raver 115. I apologize for the silence. So you never used any of these lures yet? None of the ones that I've got right here in front of me, except the 7-inch Megabass Spark Shad swim bait, which I haven't talked about yet. All the 6 Sense lures are new to me, and these JDM lures that I'm opening right now are some of the ones I've got in the next box. I have tried before, and I'm just restocking on. So don't get the wrong idea that everything I buy is new and that I never use any of this stuff. What I've been buying as of late, some is restocking and some is because I'm fascinated and want to try new stuff. So let's talk about these two colors. ISM Raver 115. Okay, these are both smelt colors. So this is the Ghost Smelt. And they might be called something else if you were to look them up on eBay, but I recommend that you check them out on the Hookup Tackle. Don't know if you can see the weight transfer system here very well, but these balls are rolling. It's molded at an angle inside the back of the lure. Very cool design here. As I said, these are super hot in Japan at the moment. These come with a snap on the front instead of a split ring. 3 high-quality treble hooks, and I am not going to mess with the hooks, anything on here, just because my assumption is that these are going to suspend almost perfectly out of the package. And this color here is chrome and is called the smelt color. At least the English translation is smelt. This one has more of a black back and a chrome side to it, chrome and black bottom. Didn't quite explain to you, but the smelt color has kind of a translucent brown top, pink and pearlescent side, and a clearish bottom. This is like a ghost wakasagi type of color, but they call it ghost smelt. Okay. Now the next two that I got here, golly, these are also not very much English on here, but these are the Jackal Soul Shad 68 suspending jerkbaits. Got these in 2 different colors. I'll try to pull those up as well. Will Perriman wants to know the depth on the ISM. These are more shallow running, so it's going to run 3 to 5 feet, I think. Might even be a little bit more shallow than that. So in my mind, there's definitely an application for a more shallow running jerkbait. It's not a floater. Now, the Soul Shad, on the other hand, as you can see by the lip on these things, is a deeper diver, and it's a shorter bait. So that's kind of why I mixed this up, to get 2 different style lures, jerk baits that are going to run shallow and deep, one bigger than the other. Jackal, as you probably know, makes some very high quality lures, and I'm a big fan of theirs, both hard baits and soft plastics. They've gotten a bit more popular in the US these past 5 to 10 years, and for good reason. Now the Soul Shad retails at $20, but during the Black Friday sale, we're on sale for 50% off. The ISM jerkbait, on the other hand, this Raver 115 is kind of like the Megabass Vision 110. It retails for $22.99, and I think was also 50% off. So I was able to get it, maybe not quite. I was able to get it for like $15. And this Soul Shad was 50% off. So instead of spending $20 for this deep diving jerkbait, I got it for $10. And now, actually, as I pull it up, this 3-inch, 5/16 of an ounce jerkbait actually only runs 4 to 6 feet. It's not a deep diver, despite the longer bill on it. I got it in 2 colors. I couldn't actually tell you which is which. These names are ridiculous. So I think this is the Giaco Gill, if I'm not mistaken. This is like a bluegill type of pattern, but is shiny. And it's absolutely beautiful. Has a little bit of translucency toward the tail here and on the underside, but has a lot of chrome and flash to it, especially up by the head and on the back. So only diving 4 to 6 feet and being a smaller profile, I'll be able to throw this in most of the waters that I fish. And this guy has no translucency, is purely chrome. And again, this is the Jackal Soul Shad 68 suspending jerkbait. This color here, though, I think is called, I'm going to butcher this just saying it out loud, Maruhada Wakasagi. And like I said, with the ISM Raver jerkbaits, I assume that the hardware on these is good enough straight out of the package. These hooks do not seem as heavy duty. There's a chance that I might swap these out for some owner stingers, quite frankly. They feel really sticky, but kind of lightweight, like they could bend out. So we'll have to see about that. The ISM ones seem super high quality. In fact, they're sticking to everything. Okay, last thing on the list from this 5 lure package from the Hookup tackle, like I said, is the Megabass Spark Shad in the 7-inch. This is a massive, not wreck the package here. This is a massive soft plastic swim bait. One of my absolute favorites, probably right alongside the Kitech Swing Impact Fat in the 6.8 inch. Gatlin, sounds like you're asking the same question. Do those work? Have you used them before? I've used this bait right here before. I have not used the Jackal Soul Shad or the ISM Raver. Those are jerk baits that I'm excited to give a shot, but don't have in my box yet. I'm a bit of a collector when it comes to jerk baits. Now, this Spark Shad is killer in all sizes, the 3-inch, the 5-inch, the 7-inch. And I know they come in a 4-inch too, but I pretty much carry it in the 3, 5, and 7. I will throw the 3-inch on the Megabass Okashira Screwhead and fish it like a spy bait. The 5-inch I will throw on essentially a twist lock, an underspin, like the owner Flashy Swimmer, usually like a 5/0. Now this 7-inch swim bait here, I will usually throw not on an underspin, but rather on just like an owner Beast 8/0 hook. Okay, it's perfect. This color here is called the Real color, and it is purple, a little bit more translucent in the top with some purple flake in it. And it is baller. These things were on sale dirt cheap, and I should have gotten a couple packages of them. I want to say they were $5, $7 a pack, and they retail at something like $15 a pack. But either way, I would highly recommend it, regardless what the price is. I could be way off there on what they retail at. Maybe they're closer to $10. But like I said, right up there with the Kitech Swing Impact Fat in the 6.8 inch. It's got some excellent action on it. If I didn't just show you how much that tail bends over, it's pretty significant. You can fish this super slow right along the bottom, so long as you've got it rigged weedless. Now you could fish it slow with an exposed hook with a jig head on front. Just kind of snip the nose off right to, say, where the eye is. Throw a 5 or 6/0 hook on there, something like the 6 Sense Divine swim bait hook with a 5 or 6/0 hook on there. You know, 1/2 ounce, 3/4 ounce. Son of a Fisherman. Ryan, I use, like I said, the Owner Beast 8/0 in the 3/8 ounce size. Fish it slow along the bottom. How much do they weigh? I don't have a scale right here in front of me, but these guys are something like 1.5 ounces. Maybe a little bit lighter. Very comparable to the Swing Impact Fat in the 6.8. That 7.8 is ridiculously heavy. The 6.8, though, is manageable, especially when you throw a 3/8 or a 1/2 ounce hook on there. It's still just like a 2 ounce lure. So very reasonable. Ashley Morrison, what is going on? I've got a cousin in here of mine. Seems that every time I stream live, Ash or Jeff or Grandma Pat is in here. Appreciate you guys joining. Don't know if you're still in here or if you dipped already, but leave a comment if you're in here watching, Ash. Tanner, thanks for subscribing. Got to run. Good video. Appreciate it, dude. Have a good rest of your night. Okay, this is the last package. This is the Cyber Monday one from the Hookup Tackle. Nate Sommers, what's up, what's up? Show me the goods. You might have to go back and re-watch some of this, but I'll do a quick little review for you since you're hopping in. So I ordered 8 baits from 6 cents from Black Friday. I got 2 of the Provoke 106 suspending jerk baits. I got 2 of the golly, their hooks are good, man. I got 2 of the Quake 80 suspending lipless crankbaits. That's probably what I'm most excited to use. Got 2 of the Quake 70 Thud lipless crankbaits. These are like a one knocker style. 1 of the Quake 70 standard lipless crank. And 1 of the Movement 80 wake baits. Paid like 50 bucks for all 8 of those. Killer deal. Other thing that you missed. Ow! We're from the Hookup Tackle. Some rare JDM baits. Here's a jerk bait that nobody's talking about. The ISM Raver 115. This is a $23 jerk bait, but I got it for like 15 bucks during the Black Friday sale. Very unique action. Shallower diver than, say, the Vision 110 from Megabass. Also got 2 of the Jackal Soul Shad 68 suspending jerk baits. These are a smaller body, a little bit longer of a bill, but don't dive much deeper, just like 5 or 6 feet. Also some cool JDM colors. And 1 pack of the Megabass Spark Shad 7-inch swim baits. Okay, you are all caught up. On we go to the last box. Cyber Monday, they were running a lot of deals on Lucky Craft baits. So, that is pretty much what I stocked up on. And looks like I've got 6 Lucky Craft baits and a pack of the Spro Snaps. These are the Prime Snap in the size 3, 50-pound test. Going to use those as a quick snap on crankbaits and glide baits, etc. Now let's start with the jerk baits since we're still kind of on that topic. I got 3 Lucky Craft jerk baits, 2 Stacy 90s, and 1 Pointer 100 DD. The Pointer 100 DD I got in one of my favorite colors. This is the bluegill color. I've got this in the standard Pointer 100. Really like the DD. This is just going to dive, I think, a few feet deeper. Instead of up to 6 feet, they go more like 8 feet. And of course, you can get them a little bit deeper on light line. Now, the Stacy 90 is a bait that is talked about, recommended all the time, that I actually don't have in my box. So, when compared to the Pointer 100, it goes a bit deeper. And I'm not 100% sure. I wish it said here. The sticker that is typically on the front of these guys is not there. So excuse me for not knowing off the top of my head how deep these dive, but the Stacy 90, I think these guys go somewhere like 10 feet. And another one of my favorite colors, this is the NC Shell White. Again, I've got this in the Pointer 100. This color, though, Pro Blue, looks super translucent. And I don't have this color in any of their baits, but I'm excited to. When the conditions call for it, and it is clear as day, this is what I will throw. When it is not, the NC Shell White is what I will throw. Now, it doesn't say here, Will, on the back. It just says NC Shell White, 3.5 inches, 91 mils, 7/16 of an ounce. I wish it did say, and I'm sure I can find that info out in about 5 seconds for you guys. Okay, this is not the version 2. This is just the Stacy 90 SP. So to my knowledge, these guys run 9 to 10 feet deep. Okay, that's at least what Tackle Warehouse says, but they've got it listed as the Lightning Pointer, which is a little bit different of a body style. So I could be wrong there when I say it dives 9 to 10 feet, but at least that was my understanding initially. Now I've got 3 more baits here, all by Lucky Craft. 2 which I will use in the springtime coming up. One is the LV500, lipless crankbait that obviously Lucky Craft is so well known for. This is a heavier bait, bigger bait. Excuse me for that alarm going off. Got to take my medication. So this is in the Hot Tiger color, LV500. This is a 3/4 ounce lipless crankbait, meant to be fished down deep. Okay, I will be throwing this Fire Tiger pattern to imitate perch. Listen to how loud this is. It's ridiculous. When you compare that to the 6 Sense Quake 70, it's absurdly loud. Good Lord. Now, how about this one that's not talked about very much? This is the LV200. It's 18 grams, so a little over a half ounce, and it's smaller. 72.5 mils. So almost a same body size, little bit shorter, but it's a bit lighter weight. So the LV500 I think is 3/4 ounce, and the LV200 is a little, it's like not quite 5/8. And this color here is pretty rad. It's called Tanago. Now listen to this guy. That is a one knocker style. Okay, so whereas the LV500 is a super loud, obnoxious bait, the Tanago, the LV200, has kind of a tinny one knocker sound. So nobody talks about this bait, and I'm not quite sure why. Everybody talks about the LV500, and maybe it's just Tactical Bass and doing that. The hooks I will replace on these 2 baits here. Now, last bait that we're going to talk about that I'm going to show you in this unboxing is the Lucky Craft Gunfish. This is a 115 in the Skeets Magic color. LV500, yes sir, they're a go for me in cold water, says Nate Summers. Awesome, dude. Now the Gunfish along with all of these Lucky Craft lures, was on sale pretty significantly during their Cyber Monday sale. These were all pretty much 50% off. So again, let me tell you what I paid for these guys. It was insanely cheap. The LV500 I only paid $9.99 for. The LV200 I paid $7.99 for. The Stacy 90 jerkbaits I paid $7.99 for. The Pointer 100 DD paid $7.99 for. And the Gunfish I paid $7.99 for. Honestly, those prices are cheaper than what you'd pay for Strike King baits for the most part. And with color patterns and actions and hardware on here, these are true JDM baits that cannot quite be replicated. So, hell of a deal. And why I'd recommend that you check out the Hookup tackle. This Gunfish, as you'd expect, is a topwater walking bait. Listen to that. I see 7 people in here on YouTube, just 3 thumbs up. If you wouldn't mind, do me a quick solid. Hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel for some reason, I assume you are if you're watching this video, but if you're not, hit that subscribe button. Look at this Skeets Magic color. We've got a chrome silver top, we've got a clear side, and a chartreuse belly. This is going to be a sweet topwater walking bait for clearer water. Actually, for most conditions. There's some sparkle on the side here. And the rattle in here is not too loud. So I like it quite a lot. The Gunfish is a quality topwater that I think maybe I've only got 1 in my box right now. So that does it for all of the lures that we're unboxing here today. It's all super high quality. As you saw, got a little over half a dozen baits from 6 Cents, and then about 10 JDM lures, 6 from Lucky Craft, 1 from Megabass, 2 from Jackal, 2 from ISM. Now I did spend about $150 total on all 3 of these packages. Let me know if you have any other questions. Rene Perret, got something to show you from Messer Baits? Right on. I'd love to see it. I like Messer Baits. At least what he's doing and what he's about. Sounds like partnering up with Monster Bass is going to pay off for him. That is something I didn't address in last night's video when talking about monthly subscription boxes. Somebody made a comment mentioning that they think one of the pros of Monster Bass putting less well-known brands in the boxes is actually a good thing, and I agree to a certain extent. I think they will help some companies get off the ground and get noticed, like that Bama Baits 5-inch stick bait that was in there. I don't know anything about Bama Baits, so that could end up being a good thing for them. But as I said, Monster Bass made a point to have one of their main selling points be that they are only including top name reputable brands in their boxes. So kind of bugs me that they're throwing in their own lures, which is a huge, what up, Cody Schweitzer? So that's a huge concern of mine with Mystery Tackle Box, is that they're putting in all these Catchco lures and even a few other brands that they own and produce their own lures through. And so Monster Bass has done the same thing, even though they said they wouldn't be. And I know they've been producing lures for a few years now, but they are not a reputable lure company. So for them to say that they're only putting in reputable brands in their boxes than to have a few in there in the first box that I bought, even being a Black Friday box. And I get that what was included in that $5 box is pretty much overstock items. So it is what it is. But I won't be subscribing to Monster Bass or any monthly subscription box moving forward, just because, as you see with what I unboxed today, I like to shop. I like to pick out lures that either I've tried before and stand the test of time. The LV500 from Lucky Craft, the Pointer 100 from Lucky Craft, 6 Cents, which I haven't tried yet, but specifically some baits and colors that I wanted to try. The Provoke 106, the Movement 80 wake bait, the Quake 80 suspending lipless crank. These are baits that you're not necessarily going to get if you subscribe to one of their monthly sacks, if you will. You know, Kevin the Baitman Baxter has his own. Milliken Fishing has his own. And while I respect that and think it's really cool that they're hand-picking baits on a monthly basis, I support that. I don't necessarily want to fork up the money for that. So just my personal preference. Like I said, I am going to curate some lists, some kits, if you will, from Discount Tackle moving forward. And some will be seasonal, some will be company focused, just to make sure that you guys are getting the best deal that you can. Discount Tackle offers 20% off of most brands, at least that allow it. And once you shop around and understand the site, you'll get to know where the best deals are. And so far, I've made 10 or so purchases through them in the last year, and I've noticed that Z-Man and Kitech and a few other brands specifically are ones that you can get a great deal on through Discount Tackle. So I'm going to recommend a lot of their baits. Like I mentioned last night, premium chatterbaits like the Thunder Cricket and the Jackhammer are always 20% off. So if you like those kind of baits, you can get a Jackhammer for 12 bucks. You can get a Thunder Cricket for 11 bucks any day of the week from Discount Tackle. You can't get that kind of deal except for during the major sales from other sites, unless you shop around properly. You know, if you hop on eBay, you can get Jackhammers for 12 bucks. If you hop on Van Dam Warehouse, you can get Thunder Crickets for 10 bucks. But regardless, if you're shopping on Tackle Warehouse, for the most part, you're going to be paying the $15.99 for a Jackhammer, the $13.99 for a Thunder Cricket. And it is what it is. So I just want to raise awareness and look out for my fellow fishermen in finding you guys the best deals possible. If you've been watching my YouTube videos for a while now, you'll know that that's a big part of what I'm about, is finding the highest quality baits for the best deals possible. And I'm going to try and hook you guys up moving forward. Will Perriman says, those guys have quarterly bags for 6 cents. Okay. Tackle Warehouse is full retail mostly. Yeah, for the most part. I've learned in just figuring out more about how Discount Tackle works, is that there are some baits, like Strike King Rage Tail products, that Tackle Warehouse actually offers a slightly better price than most places are able to, because retail price, MSRP, is a relative thing that doesn't necessarily exist everywhere. And we as fishermen have come to expect and think that Tackle Warehouse prices are retail prices. And that's not necessarily true. So Discount Tackle offers 20% off of retail prices. So if you see some discrepancy there between Tackle Warehouse prices and what Discount Tackle is suggesting the retail price is before that 20% discount, that's the reason why, is that either the retail price is higher or that was unknown and it's kind of outdated on Discount Tackle. So I've been trying to work with them to get their prices right, because they're growing like a weed and their inventory is growing faster than they can keep up with. So some of that stuff is a little bit outdated. But as I said, I'm going to look out for you guys and only recommending what I know you can get the best deal on. And so I mentioned this last night. I'm going to mention it again right now because this is going to blow your mind a little bit when it comes to soft plastic swim baits. And the Kitech Swing Impact Fat for a long time has been well known as kind of the best soft plastic swim bait for its action, especially in cold water. You can slow roll that thing, and even in the coldest of water, that tail is going to have some tremendous action. It has been copied 20 times since then by pretty much every bait manufacturer, and the most blatant copy caught your PB 758 off a black and blue jackhammer, right on. Yeah, I caught some of my best fish this year off the jackhammer for sure. That black and blue jackhammer I had tied on for like a month straight, caught 50 fish off the same black and blue jackhammer and black and blue Z-Man 4-inch diesel minnows trailer without having to take it off. It was killer. So back to the topic of swim baits. The Strike King Rage Swimmer is like the most blatant copy of the Kitech Swing Impact Fat. And the Swing Impact Fat comes at a reasonable price. You're paying a little over $1 a bait for most of the sizes when you get somewhere between the 3.8 and the 4.8, right? And they've got a handful of sizes in there, 3.3, 3.8, 4.3, and 4.8. And what the Rage Swimmer did was offer one extra bait in the package and about 50 cents off of the Kitech price. So it's easy to justify thinking, wow, for a bait that's very similar in action and design, you're getting a better deal. You're getting one extra in the package. You're saving some money. While that is true, if you look on Discount Tackle, you'll find that once you get 20% off of the standard retail price for Kitech, you're actually getting cheaper prices than the Rage Swimmer is on Tackle Warehouse or anywhere else. And therefore, easy to justify only buying the Swing Impact Fat, staying away from the Rage Swimmer and all of the knockoffs. You know, I'm a little bit interested in the Divine swim baits from 6 Sense, but quite honestly, I'm just going to stick with the Swing Impact Fat for the most part, unless I'm getting big. You know, the Spark Shad in the 5-inch, the 7-inch, there are a few others from Megabass, from Jackal, and from Beast Coast that I will still throw for sure. But when it comes to that style of swim bait that has less detail and is just a standard paddle tail, I'm going to throw the Swing Impact Fat from Kitech. So anyway, ask me some questions that you might have before I sign off here. Discount Tackle has great deals. Agreed, Will Perriman. Let me know if you guys find anything or have any questions when it comes to Discount Tackle or otherwise. I'm going to continue to post videos of unboxings when I get great deals. I've got my monthly package from Discount Tackle coming in the mail. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday. And in that is going to be part of the giveaway that I do this month. And spoiler alert, for those of you watching, since we're an hour in here, I am going to include a pack of the Swing Impact Fat in the 6.8-inch in the Ghost Rainbow Trout color with the Owner Beast A-Dot hook. This is one of my absolute favorite combinations there. And, you know, retails for, I don't know, something like 20 bucks. So that is just part of the giveaway. I might do a few giveaways between now and the end of the year. Instagram is going to cut me off at 1 hour live, so I'm going to sign off there first. Peace. And to those of you on YouTube, I can stay on here for another minute or longer if you'd like. Mag Draft Freestyle, absolutely. That was one that I was just spacing out on for a minute. I've got it in 3 or 4 different colors and think very highly of it. It's got a little bit less tail action than the Swing Impact Fat, but I think is an absolute killer bait. Details are there. It's hard to say whether I like it or the Spark Shad 7-inch more, especially because you can get 3 in the Spark Shad, and when you shop right, you can get these cheaper than the Mag Draft Freestyle. I'm really excited for when they put out the Mag Draft Freestyle in the 8-inch, which my guess is they'll do that this year at ICAST. That's something that's super in demand and people have been asking for, but they haven't done yet. So my guess is that a lot of people are doing that mod of taking out the harness in the 8-inch and rigging it weedless on like a 10-aught or even 12-aught beast hook. Divine swim baits are completely different than Kitech and last through dozens of catches. Fair enough, Will. I respect that, and I'm sure that they are a perfect match on the Divine swim jigs. So I can't quite deny that or say that they're not worth trying, and I will. But I also really like the Diesel Minnows swim baits from Z-Man, and I'm pretty sure I've got the 7-inch coming in my discount tackle package, but I've been throwing the 4-inch for a long time, and the 5-inch I just tried a few months ago and think it's a super high quality bait. So there are a lot of good swim baits out there these days, quite frankly, but I respect what you're saying and will probably budge and try the Divine swim baits at some point, even though I would say the Z-Man Diesel Minnows are going to last dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of fish. So Will Perriman, Nate Summers, son of a fisherman, Ryan, sorry. To all of those of you guys in here, there's a couple of other of you guys who have not been commenting. I appreciate you watching. We're an hour and 2 minutes in. I'm going to sign off here. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. I'm going to the Denver Broncos football game tomorrow. Then I've got some crazy training to do in the way of skiing next week. So you'll see 1 or 2 videos posted here on YouTube in the next week. But next weekend, I'm going to be up in Vail, Colorado, skiing 3 days in a row after Christmas, getting ready for my trip to Canada here in 2 weeks. And if you guys might be interested, I would be willing to post some skiing content, but quite frankly, I think I'm going to do that on a different channel. And yeah, I do record a lot of my skiing on the GoPro as well. Just haven't started a skiing channel. It's been all fishing, and fishing is what's on my mind most of the time. So see you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, and I will see you soon. Peace.